I'm very happy and honored to receive the Minister of Youth, Saida Rawan Tawfiqi, and officials from the Ministry of Youth and the Minister of Foreign Affairs as well, with the many Bahraini young people, and in his house for this gathering. And this gathering is to bless the Bahraini young people who are going to Japan very soon to participate in a Japanese youth exchange program, which is named Ship for World Youth, and also a student who is going to study in Japan, one of the Japanese universities, on a Japanese scholarship. And today, thanks to development of IT technology, we can contact anybody on the globe very easily by social media or internet, the email, or we can visit any place by internet or virtual reality. But at the same time, I believe that we got to know, we got to be aware the importance of actual visit or direct contact and the face-to-face meeting. It might be ironical that the more popular the online meeting becomes, the more important the face-to-face meeting becomes. And today, all what I hope is that those Bahraini young people who are going to Japan enjoy this program and gain various experiences, and to make use of those experiences for their future and the future of bilateral relationship between our two peoples, Japanese and Bahraini people.
We have the pleasure of being part of the SWI program here with the Embassy of Japan. We're all very happy about the bilateral relationship between Bahrain and Japan and showcasing our youth in Japan and the world. So we're very proud and confident about our youth. We know that they'll shine wherever they go. We're supporting them fully, and we're also very honored to have the support of the ambassador and the government of Japan. Wishing them all the best, and we're here for them.
SWI was a program that started in 1988. It is a Japanese government program that they decided that the students, or let's say the Japanese youth, wants to have an exposure with the other kinds of youth from the world. So what Japan did is they contacted several countries, maximum 10 countries all over the world, and they used to take them in this leadership development program, which is also a cultural exchange program. They have the delegates or the participants work on ground in Japan before they leave on a ship, and then the program, or the second part of the program, starts when they go ahead on the ship itself. So the program used to take 3 months at that time. They used to travel from Japan to the countries that participate, drop each participating country from that program until the last country, and then go back again to Japan. But طبعا, with the years and with all the times that changes, the program kind of variants and changes. So now it was decompressed up to 45 days. There was also a testing period where they wanted to make the program only 3 weeks, but then they recognized or realized that 3 weeks is not enough to build that kind of understanding between the youth and understanding between the cultures. So since 1988, Bahrain participated almost 15 times. We started from the 10th batch of the program, so which was year 10, which was 1998. And now we're in 2023, and Bahrain is the second country after Japan to participate in the program, which means we're being favorited by Japan, because Bahrain has a good representation of itself. The youth are very strong, are very active, and they're proactive when it comes to solving problems and dealing with issues, especially global issues. An interesting fact to know that Japan rotates between the countries they choose. So if they select a country from a certain region, they select a different country from a certain region. While Bahrain had 10 consecutive years of being chosen from the own region itself, making it the only country from the Arab region to be chosen throughout the years. Actually, the only country in the program to be chosen throughout the whole years. So basically, this year they're testing a new hybrid theme of the program. Because of after the pandemic, Japan has a couple of restrictions. They decided to create 3 sessions online between all the participants in the world for them to get to know each other before the program starts on board. And then they all move to Japan, inshallah, in February, which I believe is in 5 days. I think they all meet together in Japan. The program starts. They take them to their prefectures. Every person goes to their homestay or their shisma for a couple of days, and then they come back. So I hope that this program becomes a success. And inshallah, with the next year, we go back to the previous old program with the 45 days full-on experience.
I used to be very interested in the business and friendship between Japan and Bahrain. I started learning Japanese when I was 14 years old, and ever since then I got involved in a lot of activities organized by the Japanese Embassy and Bahrain Business and Friendship Society, Bahrain and Japan Society. Later on, after around 10 years, I heard about the mixed scholarship, the research program. So I've applied on the research scholarship program, and just yesterday I received the acceptance letter. So I'm really looking forward to start my master's degree this coming April, inshallah.
We at the Ministry are also very proud of the attention His Excellency Ambassador Miyamoto Masayuki have been giving from his busy schedule to teach the Japanese language in our Muharraq Model Youth Center. A true testament to the kindness and devotion to educate Bahraini youth. Hoping that we continue to gain this special attention from His Excellency as we thrive to build on our continued cooperation.
Ever since I was a kid, I was a huge anime lover, and I think that's the cliche. I loved watching anime, so somewhere in between I started learning more about Japan, Japanese culture. I learned the language a little, but I let go because it was very difficult for me. And visiting Japan was on my bucket list since as long as I can remember. So for me to be part of the Ship for World Youth program representing Bahrain is an honor. The Ship for World Youth program is a program that is created by the Cabinet Office in Japan. They invite different countries, and we are fortunate enough to be invited again, the country of Bahrain. 8 members have been selected, and this year we're going to be joining 11 other countries, 11 other delegations. We'll be meeting in Japan and Tokyo for 2 weeks. When we're there, we're going to be exchanging our cultures, our values. We're going to be expanding our horizons together. We'll engage in different seminars, some that we organize and some that other delegations organize. We'll be presenting Bahrain in a national presentation that lasts for 30 minutes. And the basic mission and idea of the program is to cultivate the leadership skills of youth and to empower them.
I visited in that capacity 2 years ago, and I was very impressed with the work here at the center. So when Sheikh Mai invited me as a speaker, I readily accepted. So I come to speak on the issue of women's leadership and how it has evolved, in particular in my country, South Korea. I'm currently Professor Emeritus, Honorary Professor Emeritus at Ewha Women's University in Korea, which is the largest women's university in the world.
I'm very delighted to see the former Foreign Minister Kang Kyung-hwan has come to Bahrain and give a lecture about women's leadership by the invitation of the Sheikh Ibrahim Center.
I will speak about women in leadership and specifically how that has evolved in my own country. But I think women all over the world share this issue and share this desire to play a bigger role for our societies, for our countries, for the world. And I will describe how that has evolved in my own country and also how the women need to evolve into more leadership position, but also with the help of men leaders who see the benefits of gender equality and of sharing decision-making powers and responsibilities with women.
As you well know, Bahrain is a front runner and also pioneer of the women's leadership and also women's role in society in the Middle East. Former Minister Kang Kyung-hwan is a pioneering person in Korea in terms of her stride to the international organization, and also she taking the foreign minister's leadership. So I hoped today she could provide a lot of insights and also her personal thoughts about her experience and her leadership in the international organization and also in Korea. So I think this is a very perfect match between Korea and Bahrain in terms of women's leadership.
Very honored and excited with this opportunity to speak to the audience here at the Sheikh Ibrahim Center. It's a very, very unique establishment, reflecting the vision and the leadership of Sheikha Mai. I am even more impressed. I was impressed with her 2 years ago. I am even more impressed taking a closer look at all the diverse activities that the center is doing, her vision for how she wants to grow this center into the future. So all the more thankful for this opportunity to speak to the audience who gather here at the center.
There's loads of kind of imagery of underwater animals where they've been diving and they've taken photos. So it's just a collection of photos and there's some videos as well. It's quite interesting. Obviously, some of them are waters that are quite far away, but I guess it's all kind of one ocean really. And yeah, it's very interesting to see all the different wildlife there is underwater because you can't normally see it.
walking around, there's some absolutely beautiful photography, some videos. It was lovely in there, beautifully lit up. It's definitely worth coming to visit. It's really nice to read a little bit about what's in the ocean and being more aware of what's endangered as well, because you get some really great facts in there as well.